What you think about Cedric the Entertainer as a comedian?
I think Cedric the Entertainer is hilarious, yo. I think I've worked with, believe it or not, Ced used to open up for me a couple times back in the day. So to see him grow, to see what he's accomplished in this business, as a performer, a stand-up comic is phenomenal. Now, I'm not saying he hasn't done no wrong to nobody. I'm you, me, the people listening, the gentleman in this room. Only person I know that's solid is my daughter sitting here because she's my baby, and I've been monitoring her life pretty much because she's been rolling with her daddy. But it doesn't mean in the future she won't make mistakes or do anything. We all have done something that we're embarrassed about, that we wish we could take back. Some things are in the forefront, and some things some people will never know. But we all know in our heart we've done something wrong, and um, whatever said about said, I'm quite sure there's a lot of other people that could say something bad about him as well. I got some things that I felt said did to me years ago. I really don't discuss it. It happened. I keep it moving.
What'd he do to you?
Yeah, well, years ago, I would put up money for concerts to make money on the side. I would do shows across town, other side of the world. I would have a comedy show going somewhere else. So one day, me and a group of my gentleman friends, we got together and said, let's do Cedric the Entertainer because he was the box office drawer. He would, as we say, put asses in the seats. We booked him for Cincinnati, Ohio. We all put our money together. But the goal was, because my crew rocks with me, TK Kirkland was going to be on the show. But what I did on some shows, I would not put my name on the contract or the flyer because we knew that if they found that I was on the show, they would have me off the show. It's just as we got close to this particular day in Cincinnati, was said found that I was on the show. He said, yo, we don't want TK Kirkland on the show. They made us sign some paperwork to make sure I did not perform on a show that I put up my own damn money for. Now, as a man, I ain't tripping about it because I still made a lot of money off said. Thank you, said. I appreciate it. But as a person, it was really foul because all I was doing, like, how can you tell somebody that's putting up their own money they can't perform on their own show? So I had to sign the paperwork because it was business. We had lost. So as a man, you look at the bigger picture, and the goal was to do the show, get the money, and go on about it. And until Bill Bellamy to your show, I never brought it up. And like I said, if I saw said today, I'll shake his hand because I'm a man. I'll yo, what's up? How you doing? And keep it moving. That's all. That's all you can do. I'm not gonna try to argue about it. I'm not gonna be like, yo, you should have put me on the show, you little bitch ass nigga. I ain't gonna do that. It is what it is.
That's dirty, man, to do somebody like that. What made him do that?
Because I'm funny. Some comics don't want somebody to go up in front of them if they're funny. And I know back then I'm a little risque, and that could be a reason too, but I put up my own change, yo. I put up my own bread. But that happened a lot in the biz. I had that problem with Cat back in the day in St. Louis. Me and Cat was doing a show at the what was it called? There's a place in St. Louis we performing at. And the promoter came back in and said, TK Cat want to go on before you, but Cat was the headliner. But I was like, nah, hell no. We gonna do this. He was right next door. I told him to his face it happened. And I said, yo, he the headliner. Let him close out the show. I went on stage, got a standing ovation. Cat came out, his show. Not saying he's not funny. It's two different things now, ladies and gentlemen. When you have a certain comic that could go on and rock the crowd, it's the difference. I just really turned that motherfucker out. He came out on stage and he wound up giving a couple fans a couple $100. He threw his mink coat in the audience and he walked off the show. And that was it. And again, it's not saying Cat's not funny. It's not that. I'm just saying things that actually happen. And that's it now, because the world of taking is like, Cat is funnier than TK Kirkland. And based on your opinion, because what people don't understand too, comedy is opinionated. There's a comedian for every type of style you like. We got to stop competing, putting people together who's funny, who's not funny. Kevin Hart is funny for his audience. He does things for there's a certain type of audience. Cat Williams has a certain type of audience. Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hughley, Godfrey has a certain type of audience. I have a certain type of audience, and we do our shows based on the audience that we have. Or people have a choice to go to what they want to hear. If you don't want to hear the bitch word, you don't want to hear reality stuff, I'm not the show to come to. Then you got Ricky Smiley, who's churchy, you know. So all the church people who love church, guess what? Ricky Smiley's the man. We're gonna go see Ricky, you know. Sunday church, Saturday night, go see Ricky Smiley, go to church on Sunday. So when you don't have a blueprint, nobody knows how to move through this game, because if you're on the outside looking in and you don't know about entertainment, you would think that when someone says he stole a joke, you would think, hey, he stole my whole set. When you see somebody say, yo, he had a great show, and that person couldn't follow him, doesn't mean that person's not good who went after. It's just that the person who went on before had a better set than you. And my interview with you is really to put out the knowledge and the blueprint of how to move through this game called entertainment. That's all.